Hi, I'm Howell from UnitedTaps.com, and this is an across-the-floor progression from beginner all the way up to advanced.
By continuing to watch this video, you are agreeing to relieve United Taps and its staff of any liability for injuries or damages caused by watching or attempting any of the movements presented in this video. If you do not agree to this, please discontinue watching this video now. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Howell from UnitedTaps.com, and this is an across-the-floor progression from beginner all the way up to advanced. This video is geared more for teachers, so I won't be going as slow in the breakdown. So if you're a student and you're trying to get it, and you're like, whoa, he goes too fast, that's just because this particular video is aimed more towards teachers. My other videos are perfectly suitable for beginners, and I break them down slower. So just giving you a heads up on that. All right, starting with the right foot. This is our beginner version of across-the-floor combination. You have step, heel, stamp, stamp, stamp. Step, heel, stamp, clap, clap. Repeat it all. Step, heel, stamp, stamp, stamp. Step, heel, stamp, clap, clap. Then you have step, heel, stamp. Four of these. Step, heel, stamp, step, heel, stamp, step, heel. And to finish out, step, heel, step, step, heel, step, heel, stamp, clap, clap, stamp. Stamp, stamp. We'll do that again, and don't worry, I have fancy versions coming up, so it'll be a little bit more fun for your beginners that get it right away and need a little bit more of a challenge. For now, I'm going to keep it with a simple one, though. 6, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And a 1 and 2, a 3 and 4, a 5 and 6, a 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 8. Beautiful. So that's the basic version. Let's talk about the fancy version or the fun version. Step heels are the same. Step, heel, twist, twist, twist. Step, heel, stamp, back, front. The kids will do. The adult, if you're teaching adults, you might not want to do it. You can, but mostly it's the kids who are like, oh, I clap behind our back. Just the smallest thing, it gives it a little something fresh. So that's the little variation. We'll go from top. 7, 8. Step, heel, twist, twist, twist. Step, heel, stamp, back, front. Repeat. Step, heel, twist, twist, twist. Step, heel. Now we're going to do half turns. Half turn to the back, a half turn to the front, a half turn to the back, and a half turn to the front. If that's too much, you can just do a slow 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. But I like the half turn. So half turn, half turn, half turn, half turn. We have those final 4 step heels. 1, 2, nothing fancy there. Stamp, clap, clap, stamp, stamp, stamp. I'll leave that all the same. All right, let's do this. We'll do the easy version with music and then the hard version with the music. I think you got the idea. The song I'm using is called Hats Off Remix from my Phoenix Remixed album, which you can get at UnitedTaps.com. So we're starting the basic version. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and go. Fancy version. 5, 6, and a 5, 6, ready, go. All right, now let's move on to the advanced beginner level. So we're going to replace the step heels with flap heels. There'll be a few other changes, but that's the primary change. So we're going to do flap, heel, and then we're going to do stamp, step, stamp. That's a little different as well. So from the top we have flap, heel, stamp, step, stamp. Then flap, heel, stamp, clap, clap. Repeat. Flap, heel, stamp, step, stamp. Flap, heel, stamp, clap, clap. Then we're going to do flap, heel, stamp, clap, flap, heel, stamp, flap, heel, stamp, clap. So we're adding claps on the second and fourth one. From there, we'll do 4 flap heels in a row. Flap, heel, stamp, clap, clap, stamp, clap, stamp, stamp. So I'm adding an extra clap from the beginner version. That's stamp, clap, clap, stamp, stamp. Don't worry, I'm going to walk through all that again. 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. A 1, 2, a 3, 4. Let's do the right count. 6, 7, 8. A 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 5 and a 6 and 7 and 8. A 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 5 and a 6 and 7 and 8. A 1 and 2, a 3 and 4 and a 5 and 6, a 7 and 8 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now let's talk about fancy. We'll do a lot of the same things we did for beginner. Flap, heel, twist and twist. Flap, heel, stamp, back, front. Flap, heel, twist and twist. Flap, heel, now half turns. Flap, heel, stamp, flap, heel, stamp, clap, flap, heel, stamp, flap, heel, stamp, clap. For these last 4 flap heels, you can cross them. Flap, heel, flap, heel, stamp, clap, clap, stamp, clap, stamp, stamp. So that's your sort of fancy version. Let's do it with music. We'll do basic version first, then fancy. Cool. 5, 6, 5, 6, ready and go. Fancy version. 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent, my friends. Let's talk about the intermediate version. For the intermediate version, we're going to be replacing the flap heels with flap, heel, heel. It'll be opposite heel first. Flap, heel, heel. There'll be some other minor changes, but that's the main change. So for intermediate, we have flap, heel, heel, stamp, step, stamp, clap. So we added the clap. Flap, heel, heel, stomp, clap, stamp, clap. So that's new and different. Stomp, clap, stamp, clap. So then we repeat all that. And a 1E and a 2E and 3 and a 5E and a 6E and 7 and 8 and from here we have flap, heel, stamp, flap, heel, stamp, clap, flap, heel, stamp, flap, heel, stamp, clap, 4 flap, heels, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel. This is different. 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8. So again, that's 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8. So we're kind of switching to a triplet rhythm, which can be challenging for the tap dancers to go to one feel to switch to a different feel. So let's put that all together. 6, 7, 8, a 1E and a 2E and 3 and a 5E and a 6E and 7 and 8 and a 1E and a 2E and 3 and a 5E and a 6E and 7 and 8 and a 1E and 2, a 3E and 4 and a 5E and 6, a 7E and 8 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8. Yes, that's where that rhythm change at the end. Well, that'll get a few students. Fancy version. Twist. Back, front. Twist and twist. Back, front. Then we'll go. Can we do halfway to turn? Yeah. Flap your heels, stomp. Flap your heels, stamp. Clap. Flap your heels, stamp. Flap your heels, stamp. Clap. Cross. That cross is weird for that. Let's not do the cross. It's just weird. Yeah, that's better. So for the last part, we'll go and out, cross left in front, and out, cross left in front, 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8. That'll be our fancy version. All right, let's do it with music. I'll do regular, then fancy. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fancy? 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now let's go back and we're going to, or sorry, let's not go back. We're going to move on. We're going to do the intermediate advanced. But this one is going to have more in common with our advanced beginner, which was flap, peel, stamp, step, stamp, flap, peel. Well, it'll kind of be a blend. So what we're going to do for the intermediate advanced, instead of flap, peel, when we do, we're going to do a flap on the right foot, but on the second sound of the flap, we're also going to do a left toe. Both, right? Well, both. So that's brush, toe, and step at the same time. So it's going to go and both, heel, stamp, step, stamp, and both, heel, This is the same as intermediate there. And both, heel, stamp, step, stamp, and both, heel, this, and both, heel, stamp, and both, heel, stamp, clap, and both, heel, stamp, and both, heel, stamp, clap, and both, five, and that changes to 5E and a 6E and a 7E and a 8, and so that's going to go fast. 5E and a 6E and a 7E and a 8, and good. So let's do that whole thing. I'll give you a consistent tempo there. 1 and a 2 and 3, and that's perfect. 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 1 and a 2 and 3, and a 5 and a 6 and 7 and 8, and a 1 and a 2 and 3, and a 5 and a 6 and 7 and 8, and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8, and I don't know how fancy we're gonna get that one. This one, and a 2 and 3 and we twist. Yeah, we'll do the same. This kind of business. Shot. Yeah, we try to turn it. I think that's good. That's good for. So we'll just add the twists and the half turn. All right, regular with music, then fancy. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wish me luck, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and now let's do advanced. We're going to do the flapio heel, but with that extra toe thing. So instead of flapio heel, we're going to do brush, both, heel, brush, both, heel, stamp, step, stamp, brush, both, heel, brush, both, heel, stomp, stamp. A 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and a 1 and 2, a 3 and 4, a 5 and 6, a 7 and 8, a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8. So I'm adding one clap on that. Stamp, clap, clap, stamp, clap, clap, stamp, clap, clap, stamp, clap, clap, stamp, clap, stamp. 5 and a 60 and a 70 and a 80 and. Cool. Let's just one more time. 6, 7 and a 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 5 and a 60 and a 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 5 and a 60 and 7 and 8 and a 1 and 2, a 3 and 4 and a 5 and 6, a 7 and 8 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3, 40 and 5 and a 60 and a 70 and a 80. Yeah. Now, ideally, in an ideal world, every time we do one of these guys, the left toe and the right step will hit same time and not flam like that. But I'm flamming half the time. I'm just gonna say. But ideally, we're shooting for no. There we go. No flam is what we're shooting for. All right, the fancy version. Da 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 da. Twist the twist. Da 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 da. Boom or boom back. Boom from the back. Da 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 da. Twist the twist. Da 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 da. Back. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da da. Normal. Yeah. when the other stuff gets hard, all of a sudden that twist, which was easy back on the intermediate level, is a little bit harder now. It's funny how that works. All right, we'll do regular and then fancy. All right, let's wish each other luck. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll try fancy. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that last was a little rough, my apologies, but you get the general idea. So that's your progression from beginner up through advanced, and you have some fancy versions to keep your more advanced students occupied. Beautiful. Hey, at UnitedTaps.com, we have great things for all you teachers out there. The first is our complete 315 tap dance dictionary and syllabus. It's video breakdowns of 315 steps, and they're split up into 7 different levels. And you get 2 sets of notes. One set of notes has all the steps in alphabetical order. I have the step name, I have alternate names, and I have the counts and the step breakdown, like all the parts of the step. So they're pretty detailed notes. One set of notes is in alphabetical order. So if you're looking for buffalo, you just go find B. Oh, there's buffalo. And then below buffalo will be all different kinds of buffalo variations. So some of those will be harder, some of those will be easier, but they'll be all the variations. Or you find C, there's cramp roll, and then underneath cramp roll will be all the cramp roll variations. So it makes sense. That's our alphabetical set of notes. Then we have our syllabus set of notes. And the syllabus just puts all the steps in teaching order. So all the steps for level 1, here's what I teach first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. And here's level 2, here's what I teach first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So it basically gives you an outline. It's not a full-throated syllabus that gives you every single thing. Like here's when you teach counter rhythms, here's when you teach swing rhythms, here's when, so it's more of an outline that says, hey, here's what I teach in what order. And so there's a full set of notes for that, which is helpful. So you've got both set of notes and you've got video breakdowns, so you can click on, what's this? Oh, this is an interesting buffalo variation. I've never heard of that. Click on it. Oh, here's how you do it. So it kind of gives you the breakdown. That's our complete 315 tap dance dictionary and syllabus. It's our most popular product. Like that's the thing a lot of teachers buy that, and it's very helpful. To go along with that, I have something called the Practice 315. And here's my thought. I said, look, for all these steps in the dictionary, like a buffalo, it's great to know how to do a buffalo, and it's great for students to practice buffaloes, but we need to learn how to use a buffalo in the context of a combination or a dance. We're not just going to go on stage and do 30 buffaloes in a row. We're going to do a combination, and there'll be some buffaloes worked in there. So I said, I'm going to create a practice exercise combination. They're generally 32 counts for every step in the dictionary. So for buffalo, which is a level 1 step, I do a level 1 combination. It's just basic, buffalo, stamp, stamp, buffalo, flap, flap, stamp, buffalo, stamp, clap, and just basic, simple. Let's work buffaloes both sides. Let's work that into some other things, because students need to be able to do that. And the only way they get better at that is by putting those buffaloes together with other steps in new combinations again and again and again. So this way, if you're like, okay, today we're working on buffaloes, if you have the Practice 315, you've got a buffalo practice combination exercise ready to go. It's all right there. The notes, you get 2 sets of notes, same as that. One set of notes is in alphabetical. So if you're like looking for buffalo, you can find it. The other set is in teaching order. So if you're like, well, this week we're on buffaloes, you'd be like, okay, level 1, here's the buffaloes, and there's the combination right there. The combination is written out with counts, all the steps, and the counts, so you can count it. So that's our Practice 315. It has combinations for all the steps in the tap dance dictionary. There's like 7 exceptions. But those are bonus steps. Those are here's the deal. There were some that were so hard, I could just barely do them for the dictionary. I was like, ain't no way it's going to happen in a combination. So those are our bonus steps above and beyond the 315 normal steps. I call them bonus steps. They're crazy hard steps. So those are the only ones that there's no combination for. But everything else, there's a practice exercise combination. So you can buy these together and you save some money. It's just a cool thing to have. It's like, here's my outline, here's some exercises I have on hand if I need them at any point in time. So that's really nice. They go together well. That's also a very popular combination. And you can buy them separate. You can buy just the Practice 315 on its own if you like. And then you can buy the Complete 315 Dictionary Syllabus on its own, or you can combine them and save money, which is great. If you want more details, like if you're let's say you're teaching pullbacks or something like that, and you want more detail of how does Rod exactly teach these, how does he address the common problems that I see every week. If you're looking for that kind of information, you're going to want to go for our lessons at unitedtaps.com. The dictionary will break down, here's how you do pullbacks, but I keep the videos brief. It's like explains how to do the step and that's it. I'm not going to talk about, well, here's the problems you're probably going to see some of your students do and here's how to fix them. That's just not the place for the dictionary. The dictionary is fast, here's how you do it, period. In the lessons though, I go into detail for these. Here's a common problem you're going to have, and here's how to fix it. So teachers find that super helpful. Now, as a teacher, you may not be as interested in terms of the lessons as interested. You may like, I know how to do pullbacks, Rod. So it may not be as much getting the lessons so you can learn it, because you probably already know it. However, because I teach, here's a common problem and how to fix it, that information is really valuable. That's really helpful. In addition to that, for all the lessons except the very first beginner lesson, I'll do a warm-up at the beginning of the lesson. And those warm-ups vary. They don't vary widely, but they vary a little bit from week to week. So there are some warm-ups in there, in the lessons as well. And I do extended combinations. So if I'm in a lesson, if I'm teaching, let's say, pullbacks and drawbacks and bombarchés, if I teach those 3 steps in a lesson and I go over all the basic problems and how to fix them, we'll do an extended combination that puts all 3 of those steps together. And the lessons follow the order of the syllabus. So it all these 3 products, the Practice 315, the Complete 315, my lessons, they all coordinate very nicely. And the combinations in the Practice 315 are not the same as the combinations in the lessons. They're different, so you'll get different combinations there. And when we get into when you get to the intermediate level lessons and the intermediate advanced level lessons, for every step that I teach, I do a short combination. All right, so when I teach bombarché, we'll do like a 32-count bombarché combination. And when I teach pullbacks, we'll do a 32-count pullback combination. And then we'll still do that extended combination at the end that's longer and incorporates all the steps. So those are some. That's what our lessons offer. That is a little bit different than what the dictionary or the practice exercises offer. So those lessons, you can find those as well. The music we used, again, that was Hats Off Remix. You can find on my Phoenix Remix album at unitedtaps.com. I think I have 5 different albums that you can find there. And a lot of the stuff, like in the videos I post online, a lot of it uses the music that I sell on my website. So it's kind of cool if you buy that music, you'll have it to use for all these times when I do post a video and I'm using such a song, you'll be like, I already have that song, I'm good to go, I can use this in class. So that's helpful. I think that covers most of the major stuff. I do have an intermediate pullbacks video where we go into detail on 8 different intermediate pullbacks. We practice them. We do a short practice combination for each of those pullbacks, and then we do an extended combination at the end to combine all 8 of those pullbacks. So if you want to get deep into pullbacks, we have that video. I think that can be helpful. We have workout videos, generally not as geared towards teachers unless you're teaching more like a tap exercise class. If you're teaching something like that, you might be interested in our workout videos also at unitedtaps.com. I think that covers it. If you have any questions, problems, issues whatsoever, I run unitedtaps.com. I'm going to have some people now helping me with some editing and some processing orders. But if you have a problem, you'll get in touch with me. You won't be on one of those phone trees like, press 1 if da-da-da, press 2. There's no phone tree, it's me. I am the phone tree. So if you call, you'll talk to me. If you email, you're like, oh, the videos aren't downloading, or whatever, you'll talk to me and we'll get you taken care of. So just know I am the real person behind this who handles any problems and issues that come up, so you're covered. We've got your back. And one of the nice things we do, if you say, okay, I bought the dictionary and I downloaded all the videos and we're great, and then 3 months later your computer crashes and your hard drive's gone, and you're like, oh no, I lost all that. Do I have to buy it again? No. Just email us and say, hey, I bought this 3 months ago. If you can, provide your receipt. That's helpful. Your email that you got. But even if not, that's fine. I can look it up. Just say, look, we bought that 3 months ago, and my hard drive crashed. Can you send me new links to download? Sure, no problem. All right, we got your back. We treat you well. We treat you the way we would want to be treated at another business. It's very simple like that. All right, I think that covers everything. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoy this material. It was pretty basic today, but that's cool. We do different things different times. And great. All right, I'm Rod Howell from UnitedTaps.com, where we're teaching the world to tap dance.